over on our sister station, WPRI 12.
Today in Project Fitness, we all go to the gym constantly trying to lose weight, but sometimes skinny doesn't equal healthy. And here to explain the difference this morning is Melissa Rector from Gold's Gym. Good morning.
Good morning.
I find this topic very interesting because sometimes we measure our weight based on our clothing sizes and, you know, not based on how much you work out, I guess. What's a healthy way to determine that?
You know, there's several different ways to determine it. We often, like you're saying, you know, we often look at somebody and just walking down the street, if they look like they're a size 2 or a size 4 or whatever, you know, that the ideal that we have in our head is, we automatically assume they're healthy. But genetics plays a huge part in whether or not someone can just stay thin. One great way to look at it for you and yourself is take your height in inches. So if you're 68 inches tall, you're going to take your belly button measurement, stand up nice and tall, suck in your belly, measure it around. As long as you're at least half of your height in inches right here, that's a good way to measure whether or not you have excess fat that's going to be pushing your organs versus just your pant size.
So it's not necessarily size and numbers. You know, women are always thinking low number means thin, but there are lots of women who are very tall. You know, I have friends who are like 5'10", 5'11", and they could never be a size 2.
It would probably not be healthy. Some of them might be. So, I mean, if you are that tall and you're naturally that thin, you know, that's okay too. But if you're working your way to get to that point, your bones may not even be that size.
Right, exactly. So she brought in some props for here. They're very different stakes here. What do they symbolize?
This is, okay, so let's take a woman who's 5'5", right? So you have two women who are 5'5". Woman A right here, let's pretend that this woman, she, you know, takes a body step class, takes Body Vive, lifts weights twice a week, and goes for a great bike ride. This woman may be a size 8, but if you take a look at her thigh, we're going to pretend like this is her thigh. So if you literally cut her thigh in half, you can see that there's very little marbling, so she has a nice, strong leg, which is going to carry her through life. So she may be, you know, let's just say for sake of now, she might be a size 8 or a size 10 and she's 5'5", but she could be very healthy. We could look at this lady who we think is very healthy because she's a size 2 at 5'5", but she works out only when she starts to feel a little gross about herself. So every 4 months or so, she hits the gym for about 2 weeks, then she's done. But this might represent her thighs. You can see it's fat marbled inside. So you might be able to see it from the outside, but this is what's going on inside when she doesn't work out. It's very similar to what happens in animals that, you know, this is just fatty.
So this is more of a routine phase for people who are actually working out and they're seeing results on the inside.
Yes, because, you know, oftentimes what happens on the inside, we're not going to always see on the outside. So it's just important to remember moderation, get moving, and keep it consistent, because just what we see on the outside is not always what's going on the inside.
And the key here is exercise is always great, no matter what.
It is great.
So keep doing it even if results are coming a little slower maybe for some.
Exactly, because it's okay that, you know, you might stay at a certain pant size or just go down a little bit. As long as you're feeling good, getting healthy, your heart rate, you know, is going to start to drop, your resting heart rate. That's more important than the pant size in the end of the day.
Thank you so much. We always learn something when you're here. I appreciate it. If you guys would like some more information, you can see that on our website about Gold's Gym, East Greenwich, and Pawtucket.